Hi everybody, welcome back to Erica's Little Welsh Garden. Hope you're doing well today. Today is Wednesday the 6th of January and I've just popped down to the allotment for a couple of hours hopefully, but when I was on my way down here I remembered that I'm only wearing one pair of socks, and one of the issues that I have with coming down to the allotment at this time of year is that my feet and my hands get so cold. So what I've done is I went into the shop quickly and picked up, it's one of those, bargain shops, but I picked up an extra pair, well, 3 pairs of thermal socks that I can wear over my current socks, and a cheap pair of gloves, and hopefully these gloves, they're just like fleece ones. Hopefully these will go underneath my gardening gloves, and if this keeps me warm I should be able to do a couple of hours up here. Firstly, before we get into the video, actually I'm just going to say I've got a brand new camera, finally got a brand new camera, which I'm filming on now. I only got it out of the box yesterday and had a quick play with it, and I thought there's so many settings and stuff to it, I'm a bit scared to use it, but I thought what I'd do is just film on it and see how it goes. But hopefully there's not going to be too many kind of shaky angles and stuff like that, but if there is, I'm really sorry. So anyway, today, the first plan that I want to do today is to harvest 2 types of potato that I planted back in June last year. They're both called Wilshire, but one row of the potatoes were saved seed potatoes from 2019, and the other row were new bought in Wilshire seed potatoes that I planted last year. I had planned that I was going to be doing a little bit of a comparison to see which ones grew better, but because I totally forgot about it, they ended up going in the ground in June. And then when I was working on my plot the other day, I suddenly realised that I'd forgotten about them, and they were all kind of poking out of the soil, looking really green. And this year I'm really worried about getting seed potatoes because the local shops, obviously I'm in lockdown here in Wales, I can't really be going to the shops willy-nilly, the garden centres are closed down and stuff like that. So what I thought I would do is harvest those potatoes today, and any that haven't been slugged, I mean hopefully they haven't been slugged at all, but if some of them are okay, I will save those back for chitting for seed potatoes this year. I quite often save seed potatoes year in, year out to be able to grow them on again. So hopefully I'll get a nice little harvest there. And then there's loads of weeding to be done. So hopefully we can get that done and get lots done. I don't know how much I'm going to film, to be honest, but we're definitely going to get these potatoes out of the ground now. And enough of me talking, let's go and do it. So hopefully my little gardening gloves are going to go over the top of these. Yes, they do. Oh, I think this is going to be a game changer. I only paid £1.99 for these, and yeah, they fit really nicely underneath. Also, with this new camera, it's got one of those screens which is here at the side, and it's so tempting just to look at yourself in the screen, but I'm really going to try not to do that. So if I do that today, I'm really sorry, because I'm not a fan of when other people do it. But anyway, right, let's go. Okay, we're still recording, so let's go over to the plot now. Hopefully I'm not too in your face as I go, because yeah, it's going to take a little bit of a while getting used to filming on a camera rather than my phone, but hopefully because I've got my phone now I can use 2 cameras sometimes and do some cooler shots. So under this grass and this cardboard here is where the 2 rows of potatoes are. Now I can't remember which one is which, but I'm just going to move that cardboard now and harvest all of them, and then hopefully we'll have some potatoes that we can use as seeds for later on this season. So that's those potatoes harvested now. Unfortunately, there were a lot less than I thought there would be. However, they're not really damaged by slugs or snails, so they should all be good to use as seed potatoes for next year. Now I'm just going to come over to my dig allotment, okay? In the very middle of it, I'll just turn the camera around now. In the very middle of it, it's got quite a lot of grass. There were two beds, one where I had some pumpkins and squash, and one where I had the chickpeas in. I've not really done anything with those two beds over, well, since the summer really. So I'm going to try and spend about an hour if I can and get some of those weeded ready for the next growing season. So I spent about an hour weeding on my dig allotment, which was really good, and my hands are actually really warm with the gloves underneath the gardening gloves, which is great, but it kind of makes my fingers a lot harder to have to move and stuff. So after about an hour, my hands are aching a bit, but I'm very pleased with how much I've got done. These are the potatoes that I managed to harvest, and I'm really pleased with that actually. There's quite a few that I'm going to be able to use as seed potatoes for next year. I think I'm going to leave the video here now, so thank you very much for watching. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of all of my latest videos. As ever, YouTube have some videos up on the screen now that they think you'll like, so please go ahead and watch those. And I hope the footage hasn't been too jumpy, because as I said before, I am using a very new camera and it's the very first time. Bye!